Hey guys, what's going on? This is Lucas here and welcome to my channel, and if you're a subscriber, welcome back. You know how sometimes you have one of those what the hell am I doing moments where just the absurdity of what you're doing dawns on you? Well, I had one of those moments recently when I was listening to some old comedy music on YouTube while playing Skyrim.
Show me your genitals. Your genitals. What? Show me your genitals. Genitalia.
So yeah, in that moment of clarity, I decided to make this video. Now, right off the bat, if you saw my last video about my Lego set, that was an experiment. You see, a few weeks ago, I was watching Ali Abdal here on YouTube. Sorry if I mispronounced your name, but I was watching a video he had recently done on what advice he would give to YouTubers starting in the year 2023, and what advice he would give to himself if he were to start a channel in 2023. It's a phenomenal watch, by the way. If you haven't seen it already, I highly suggest it. Link in the description. In it, he goes over how to treat YouTube like a business, calling it his part-time YouTuber blueprint. I think it's named after his online course, if I remember correctly. In the video, Ollie likens being a YouTuber to that of being in a romantic relationship, in terms of, do you want to treat YouTube seriously or casually? And putting it into that framework myself has really helped to understand where I want to go with the channel and how I view YouTube personally. See, I've been flirting with YouTube on and off for about 6 years now, and I quite enjoy everything about it, whether it's editing, brainstorming, making a good thumbnail, what have you. I think it's all good, it's all fun. But the more I do it, the more I realize I want to be treating YouTube as a serious relationship and not just a casual one. At the very least, I want to give it my best try, and I think anybody out there who also wants to make videos deserves to give it their best try as well. Now, what delineates a serious relationship from a casual relationship with the platform? Casual relationship would be like if you were treating YouTube as a hobby. So you're uploading just whenever you feel like it, you're not worrying about analytics, you're not worrying about actually doing well on the platform, you're not worried about the numbers. Whereas a serious relationship, you take both the good and the bad with it, and you work hard at it to make it a successful venture. You basically put consistent work into it, and you seek to secure a long-term goal with YouTube. So that's what separates a casual relationship with a serious relationship. Serious is thinking about the long term, thinking about investment, thinking about giving things to people, and just how the whole beast of the system of YouTube works. Whereas casual, you don't really care. It's just, it's a fun thing you do on the side, which is a totally legitimate thing to do. I mean, no one here is required to, get on that Sigma grind set and just plow through and make tons of content. I mean, no one's forcing you to do that. So I think that's a perfectly viable way to conduct yourself on the platform. However, me personally, I would like to treat YouTube seriously and not just casually. Part of what made me hesitant to come back was this incessant need to make good content or good videos. And something that acted as sort of a wet blanket to this was when I was watching another channel that I quite like called Max Mofo, and he recently went on an 11-month hiatus from making videos. And when he came back, he echoed the similar sentiments that I had when it comes to making content. And that was really enlightening and eye-opening. Basically what he said is he felt pressure after being gone for so long to come back and make things bigger and better than before, and he felt like there was this standard, insofar as I could tell, he felt like there was this standard that he had to live up to and this benchmark that he had to beat. But the way he overcame that was he just ripped the band-aid off and decided to make content again. And I say that's enlightening because that's a similar sentiment to what I have, and it seems like this sentiment applies to any creator, regardless of where on the spectrum you fall. Whether you have 1 million subscribers or 1 subscriber, it seems like you can always get caught in this sense of making content that's good enough, even though those measures are very arbitrary. But yeah, I liked hearing that from him, and it's good to know that you're not alone in your line of thinking, right? So that motivates me quite a bit, and I'm eager to start making videos with that framework in mind. Going back to Ali's video on the topic, he subdivides being a YouTuber into 3 separate levels. Level 1, Level 2, and Level 3. In Level 1 and Level 2, you're making 10 videos. Level 1 being the phase where you're not worried about quality, and you're not worried about content, and you're not worried about a niche. You're just getting used to the process of making a video and uploading it to the platform. And so these 3 videos could vary wildly in quality. One could be a short, one could be a long-form piece of content, whatever you want it to be. And then when you move on to Level 2 is where you are getting into the process of learning new skills. That's when you develop your skill set. It's the next 7 videos, which makes a total of 10 between levels 1 and 2. And in Level 2, you're finding out different things about making content that you might otherwise not be aware of. Like, you don't know always what your hurdles are and what your biases are and generally what skills you need to work on, because there's tons of stuff that goes into making a video that people take for granted. There's editing, there's analytics, there's marketing, there's public speaking, there's animations if you want to do something like that on the platform. There's dealing with brand deals if you get to that level, and so on and so on and so on. There's tons of skills that reveal themselves when you start making videos. But it's important to stick with it even if you encounter a hurdle, because you don't know how much you'll like making content unless you try, you know? Like my main thing, when I think of making a piece of content, a video, I'm always thinking of like someone, like when I think of an idea, my mind immediately goes into this weird depressive state where I think of somebody who's doing whatever I want to do, but doing it better than I am, or making a piece of content that is better in that category. And that just makes me feel defeated, and I use it as an excuse to not get started. So I say, fuck that, I'm going to commit to making terrible videos. At level 2 in the process, it seems like you can fall into the trap of what your niche is and worrying about your niche, but Ollie stresses that you shouldn't worry about your niche at all until level 3, because you don't need to worry about that. You don't have this like huge pressure on you to make a specific type of video. And that also could hinder your progress when building your skill set. So you shouldn't worry about your niche for at least the first 10 videos. It's basically just focusing on your skills and focusing on making incremental progress and steady improvements over time. Level 3 is when you can start specializing and strategizing. So in Ollie's video, he suggests that in this level you can start worrying about, what your niche is, what other people are doing in that area that you could also be trying, making a good thumbnail, making a captivating title, making content that people are going to want to click on, making videos that people want to watch all the way through, etc., etc., etc. So it basically is a refinement phase. Level 1 is sort of like the exposure. Level 2 is sort of like the skill set, building the base skills and finding out little things that you need to worry about. And level 3 is when you specialize and find your niche. All that being said, while I have been making videos on this platform for about 6 years, I always treated it casually. So I will be starting off at level 1 and seeing where this takes me and where this journey takes us on this channel. Because I want to see what happens if I commit to this and follow these guidelines that I've seen online. So if you saw my last video about my Lego set, that was me getting back on the horse, so to speak. That was getting used to the idea of uploading content to the platform and different types of content from what I normally do. So if you see a bunch of different types of videos in the days to come and the weeks to come, don't be alarmed, and I hope you stick around. I am really grateful for all of you who have stuck with this channel and are still subscribed to me. I greatly appreciate it. The best thing you can do if you like something that I make is to just hit the like button on the video and the dislike button, because I still see those even if you can't, and just putting comments that show if I should do more of a specific type of content or less of a specific type of content, or what you liked about specific things. So they're basically just giving data points. A like and a comment, it really helps out quite a lot. And that's the video. I hope that you guys found it interesting. I wanted to make this video to offer some insights as to what you guys can also do if you're making content and want to get started, as well as showing you what my plans are for the channel so that you can be better informed. In any case, I hope you're doing well and having a fantastic day. This is Lucas, and I'll catch you later.